So the dream team for Super Rugby Round 2. It's an interesting mix of guys, seeing as we had a lot more games to watch this week. Please keep in mind with this that I didn't get to see all the games in full. The last 2 games in South Africa, so the Bulls, Hurricanes, and the Lions, Jaguares, I've only seen highlights and tried to read up on them as much as I could. All the others I saw, so kind of a mix of my feeling at the time, having a look back at the stats and that kind of thing. One thing I did do, which kind of might skew the results a bit, is I tried to pick a player from each team. So each team has got at least one guy on here, and one team's got 2 guys. So that kind of ruled me out of picking some other guys who I thought might have been actually better on the night, but maybe some other guy was kind of a star for his team. So yeah, that's one thing. And also keep in mind, I'm a sucker for tries. If somebody scored a try, they're probably on here, basically. I've tried to include a few kind of grafting guys who do the stuff, which is, you know, putting your body where maybe you don't want to put your body, rather than just doing the flashy stuff. But come on, as a kid, you all wanted to be Brian Habana or, you know, Dan Carter or one of the pretty boys at the back. Come on, nobody really wanted to be, I don't know, Martin Johnson kind of thing. Right. Oh, and yes, I've also divided it a bit more loosely into the positions. I'm not too worried about tight head, loose head, you know, open side, blind side, that kind of thing, who plays on which wing. So let's have a look. Start with the props. So first one I've gone with is James Slipper from the Reds. In a game where they had a man down for most of the play, and they had 2 men down for 10 minutes. This guy was just a workhorse, so not a try-scoring player, an actual kind of hard-working guy who did the stuff. So he made 12 tackles, which was more than any other prop in this round, and he missed none. So 12 from 12, pretty good hit rate, and the red scrum looked pretty solid. So he was good in that regard. Also, he didn't concede any penalties. So he was good in the scrum, he was good on D, not getting himself into any more trouble given the team was already in trouble. So good work from James. Next, Stephen Kitsoff from the Stormers. So like I said, I like tries. He scored a try, apparently his first ever Super Rugby try. Cool for him. He had 10 runs and 11 meters. So he's pretty much running what a prop should run. He's running about a meter at a time. And again, their scrum was really solid. The Waratahs were kind of on the back foot for a lot of that game at scrum time. Speaking of the Waratahs, so hooker, I've gone with Fitzpatrick. Again, he scored a try. I like tries. 8 runs, 19 meters. So there you go. You can show those props how it's done, getting 2 meters at a time. He made 9 of 10 tackles, and the Waratahs line-out was 13 from 13, so 100% success rate. So I'm not sure if he took all those throws, probably not, but he would have taken most of them. So yeah, pretty good performance from Fitzpatrick. In the locks, well, there had to be a Bulls guy there. I so wanted to put both of the Bulls guys after that try, but I've gone with Snyman. So he got 82 run meters. 82. I think that's more than Mahuza got for the Lions, pretty sure. He got a try assist, obviously, for the one where he set up the Yaka, and he beat 4 defenders. Need I say more? What a night. Or was it a daytime game? It was night here in New Zealand anyway. Next one, Sam Whitelock. So like I said, I probably would have wanted to go to the Yaka here, but hey, he was pretty good. He scored a try. He only had 1 run in the whole game, and he scored a try. So 100% success rate with Sam Whitelock on the ball. He made 11 tackles and missed 1, so pretty good hit out rate, you know, good work rate and good success rate for his D, and 3 line out takes. So he was doing the business. Pretty sure he played the full 80 as well. In the loose forwards, so from the Jaguares, I've gone with Lozana. So again, he made 12 runs, so good work rate. 71 run meters, pretty impressive. 11 of 13 tackles. So in a team that was getting pretty beaten up, he was doing, you know, his best to try and avoid any more damage. So on a poor team result, he still came out with some pretty good stats. So, unless he did something stupid that I didn't see, on paper he looks pretty good. Next, I think key signing for the Sunwolves this season is going to be Labuschagne. I was excited about him coming on board as soon as I saw the name on the team sheet when I was doing the preview for the Sunwolves. Like I said, there was no media about it at the time, but I just saw his name on the list and I was like, they need him real bad, because last season they couldn't tackle for nothing. This game against the Brumbies, 22 tackles, which is the highest of any player in the round. No missed tackles. Here comes a bin. 22 out of 22, that's amazing. And that's exactly what the Sunwolves needed, because their D was poor last season. He even got the time to make 10 runs. So, yeah, just good performance all around from Lappies. Next from the Brumbies, so Nasarani, the number 8, he's just got a great engine on him. I thought at the time, I kind of wrote his name down, that like he was going to be one of my picks. Yeah, he made 19 runs, which is amazing. 67 meters. He had a try disallowed. 11 tackles attempted, 8 succeeded. So not ideal, but still pretty good performance all around. So busy game. Yeah, so that's my 4-pack. Again, because I was trying to pick players from each team, there are a lot of kind of notable absences or guys that I felt like I should mention, but the list is just going to get too long and I'd feel like I'd leave somebody out. But yeah, I'm happy with that for the 4-pack. In the backs, Guinea just absolutely ran the game for the Rebels. I don't know if any one player had as much influence as Guinea had on that one. He set up 3 tries, so 3 try assists, and they didn't score any points after he went off. And he went off after like 50-something minutes, and they had an extra man that whole time. So against the tiring team, you would have thought the Rebels would have put them away, but they conceded points. So Guinea's impact on that game cannot be understated. Next at fly half, Gatland. Yeah, I'll stick with Gatland. He had a very good first half. He ran the ball well, passed well, kicked well, so he had a really good kind of mixed bag of tricks. And a lot of pressure on him being kind of a third choice guy, but the first 2 guys are injured. Yeah, there's always a lot of scrutiny on the Blues number 10 because we've not had a good number 10 for a while. So yeah, his kicking was 100% off the tee. He got 4 out of 5 tackles, which is good because he's not a very big guy, and you'd think they're going to target him for some of their runs. So yeah, he had a pretty solid all-round performance. I mean, there's a lot of guys, like I said, I could mention, but I'm not going to go there just because, yeah, too many. But Gatland had a solid game, so I'm putting him there. In the midfield, so Anton Leonard-Brown for the Chiefs. Now here is a guy who kind of often goes under the radar. He's not one of my, like, he scored a try, so he's on the list kind of players. He's a grafter. He always does hard work without being particularly flashy. So 10 runs, 69 meters, 5 from 5 tackles. Yeah, he's not like a Creel in terms of that X factor, but he just is solid. And that doesn't sound like as much of a compliment as I'm trying to make it. So yeah, I'm really happy with his performance. The next one, painful for the Blues, but Thompson for the Highlanders got 2 tries, 75 run meters, and even got 3 offloads. Now this is particularly impressive in a game where you looked at the Blues midfield of Moala and Sonny Bill, and the Highlanders had Walden and Thompson, and you thought this is one area where the Blues are going to dominate, but the Highlanders midfield got 4 tries. So 2 of them each. So Sonny Bill didn't have a single offload. Thompson had 3. So yeah, he really stepped up and showed his stuff. The outside backs, Deontay for the Lions was the first name I wrote down on the sheet. I told myself I'm going to pick a player from every team, but no one can have that spot. He was my first guy. He was just amazing. Watch the highlights. He is a walking highlight reel. So 2 tries, 158 run meters. Another cat coming. Beat 11 defenders. He's just incredible so far. What a start. I hope he can maintain it for the Lions. He'll be a big player for them if he can. Next, and probably the, should I say, least deserving guy to be on my list. There's a lot of other guys could be in the spot, but I needed a guy from the Hurricanes. So I've gone with Husin. He scored a really great individual try. I don't know where the Bulls winger was, but he certainly was up. He must have been up on the line. Like I said, I didn't see the game, but just kicked straight over, perfectly placed, perfect catch, great try. Good, very good try. Yep. He didn't miss any tackles. He also didn't make any tackles, so interesting. He went through a whole game without having to make a tackle or miss a tackle, so interesting step. And the last one I've gone with is, again, from the Rebels, so they've got two guys on the board. Dane Haylett-Petty had a pretty big game from fullback. He's another one who was kind of trying to get them fired as the game was going on. 2 tries, 146 run meters. So, man, anyone's game, that's still pretty impressive numbers. So, yeah, pretty happy with the team. Could have been a lot different if I wasn't trying to pick a guy from each team, but this is what I've gone with, just to try and see who was kind of each team's little star for the week. But yeah, do feel free to let me know who some of the players who you thought were. I know Malcolm Marks has been talked about to have another good week. It's pretty much goes without saying with that guy. Yeah, especially Hurricanes, Bulls, and Lions Jaguars games. I'll be interested to see what your guys' thoughts are on those ones. Maybe there was a Hurricanes player that busted up better than Husin did. Probably. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think. I'm always keen to see your guys' thoughts on these kind of things. And yeah, we'll see how they go next week. I may not do the whole one player from one team next week. I'll have a look, see how it goes. This week was kind of easy because each team did have a guy who was, for the most part, pretty on song. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you again soon.